Well, hello everybody. Greg Cumming here with Take 5 and Selah. And that just simply means to just take a few minutes just to reflect on the Lord, pause and consider Him. It's a great thing to do, a great practice to do. We're looking at Abram's journey from Haran down to the land of Canaan. And we've got to Genesis chapter 12 and verse 7. And we're looking at the promise of the Lord saying to Abram, to your descendants, I will give this land. We looked last time at what the children of Israel experienced when they arrived and camped at the base of Mount Sinai. And God called Moses to ascend up to the top of Mount Sinai to be with him, where he then declared, the earth is mine. And then he told Moses to prepare the people to meet with him. So let's pick up that story in Exodus chapter 19 and verse 12. It says, you shall set bounds for the people all around, saying, take heed to yourselves that you do not go up the mountain or touch its base. Whoever touches the mountain shall surely be put to death. Not a hand shall touch him, but he shall surely be stoned or shot with an arrow, whether man or beast, he shall not live. When the trumpet sounds long, they shall come near the mountain. And then God came in thunderings and lightnings and thick cloud, and there was a massive trumpet blast that brought great fear on the people. In verse 16, then it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunderings and lightnings, thick cloud on the mountain, and the sound of the trumpet was very loud, so that all the people who were in the camp trembled. Why am I emphasizing the word the trumpet blast sounded long? Because in English, you and I are seeing the word trumpet, but in Hebrew you would not be seeing the word trumpet. And the two words used in these two verses have completely different meanings. The word generally used for trumpet in Hebrew throughout the scripture is shofar. You've probably heard of that. In Exodus chapter 19 verse 16, and when it says the sound of the trumpet, the word for the trumpet there is of course the word shofar. But in Exodus chapter 19 and verse 13, when it says when the trumpet sounds long, the word for trumpet is not shofar, as you would expect. Rather, the word for trumpet here is yovel. It's a strange word to use for trumpet, don't you think? Do you know what yovel is? Well, let's go straight to the meaning of yovel. Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 9, it says, then you shall cause the trumpet of the Jubilee. On the 10th day of the 7th month, on the day of atonement, you shall make the trumpet to sound throughout all your land, and you shall consecrate the 50th year and proclaim liberty throughout all the land to all its inhabitants. It shall be a jubilee. That word is yovel. It shall be a jubilee, a yovel for you, and each of you shall return to his possession, and each of you shall return to his family. That 50th year shall be a jubilee, a yovel to you, and in it you shall neither sow nor reap what grows of its own accord, nor gather the grapes of your untended vine. For it is the yovel, the jubilee. It shall be holy to you. You shall eat its produce from the field. In this year of jubilee, yovel, each of you shall return to his possession. So I think clearly you understand. Yovel means jubilee, a very, very special proclamation of freedom, of family and inheritance. In fact, a complete year of doing so. Slaves were set free to return to their family. You are to return to your possession, the land. You reckon that's important to God? You better believe it. The kingdom of Judah went into captivity to Babylon for 70 years because they didn't honour Yovel, which is 1 year for every year they failed to keep it over 490 years. 2 Chronicles chapter 36 verse 21 says that Israel was carried away to Babylon to fulfill the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah until the land had enjoyed her Sabbaths. As long as she lay desolate, she kept Sabbath to fulfill 70 years. So what do you think was the bigger reason that the Lord used the proclamation, the earth is mine, in relation to a Yovel or Jubilee trumpet? There's something to have a bit of a think about. Why don't you think about it? Why don't you do a bit of investigation yourself? Well, God bless you. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye for now.